can I get my camera back?
Just a few more. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike Sasser, boudoir photographer in Los Angeles, California. And today we're gonna find out how this $52,000 150 megapixel camera stacks up against this $85 0 megapixel Polaroid. So this camera is the absolute highest quality out there. It is designed for like incredible landscape photography and doing the best commercial photography for companies like if you're shooting for McLaren or Richard Mille or Nike. And that person is Andrei.
Hi guys.
He is nice enough to let us use this camera for this shoot.
Yep.
This is my contribution.
Now this is by no means an official review or comparison. I just wanted to have some fun in the sun and show you guys a little bit of this camera beast that I don't think that many people get a chance to play with. It is a lot of money, but let's find out what makes this camera so expensive. So the first most obvious thing is its sensor size. So a lot of you know that I recently upgraded to the medium format Fuji GFX, but even that is a smaller sensor than what comes on the Phase 1. And this does two things. For me, I think it improves the perspective that you can get when the sensor is larger, but the second is that the pixels can be much, much larger, which adds to increased image quality, lower noise, and higher overall quality of image.
So the sensor size here is 53.4 by 40 millimeters, which is massive, and it gives a few more bonuses. So because I was shooting with that optical viewfinder and I was using a camera that I wasn't really used to, I ended up shooting way, way, way underexposed on this picture. Now what's so cool about this is look at how clean the pixels look, and this is actually at 300%. All right, let me get the other camera. All right, we got a big key. You gotta keep it nice and dark. Keep all your, you gotta wear a pouch. You gotta wear a pouch while you take your Polaroid pictures if you're gonna do it outside. Contrary to popular belief, you're not supposed to shake it like a Polaroid picture. You're just supposed to keep it somewhere dark for about 15 minutes, and then it should come out exposed pretty properly. I don't think Outcast has ever taken a picture with a Polaroid, to be honest.
Skin tones is another thing that Phase 1 really prides itself on when compared to other camera manufacturers. They're able to do 16-bit color instead of 14-bit color like most digital SLRs, even my Fuji GFX. In simple terms, the amount of possible colors in bits is 2 to the nth degree. So the difference between 14-bit and 16-bit is actually 4 times as many colors, or 49,152 more colors in a 16-bit image. Which of course in turn relates to higher quality color, more color range, more color depth, a higher quality image.
Love that with the hand.
So let's talk about the actual megapixels of this camera. 150 is a huge number. My Sony A9 is just 24. My GFX now shoots 50, which is a lot, but still just a third of the amount of total resolution that this camera has.
So to show the megapixels of this camera, let's go ahead and use this great headshot of Brielle. Actually, I think I may have taken this picture a little bit more zoomed out. Oh yeah, way more zoomed out. So yeah, there's a lot of megapixels.
Now, not all megapixels are created equal. More megapixels doesn't necessarily mean better. If you try and smash a bunch of megapixels into a really tiny sensor, you're gonna get artificial sharpness, you're gonna get more noise, you're actually gonna get a loss of detail. But when you put 150 megapixels into a large sensor, you'll be able to print these insane, ultra clean images like Andrei has. Most digital cameras have electronics that are on the front of the sensor, whereas this new Phase 1 has come out with technology to put it on the back of the sensor.
It removes a step from the light reaching the sensor, which is another way to improve the light sensitivity, dynamic range, and signal to noise ratio. This Phase 1 is bigger than your average SLR, and I definitely noticed that while shooting.
Obviously, it can be pushed to its limits. Andrei takes this camera in helicopters, trekking around the world, taking it up mountains and a million other places.
And to him, it's easily worth taking a bigger camera to get the best quality.
But I'm gonna be honest, the 14 ounces that the Polaroid has, It's pretty appealing. All right, so those are all the image quality things, which are really awesome and exciting, but I learned a few things about this camera that literally I didn't even know you could put in a camera. So the first thing that it has, I think I'm pronouncing this right, is a sizemographer. And basically it has technology inside of it that if it records any movement at all, it won't take the picture. So let's say you're taking a big landscape shot and you've got your camera on a tripod and it detects a little wind and it's kind of shaking the camera a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of a rumble in the Earth's surface. It's going to detect if there's any movement at all and it won't take the picture until all of that is gone. That is so cool to me. The next cool thing is automated focus stacking. I thought this was something that you had to do manually, but basically anytime you're taking a close-up shot of a product, let's say an engagement ring, the problem is that it's too shallow of a focus because you're really close, and the closer you are to the subject, the shallower your focus is. So you have to take 10 pictures or however many pictures at different manual focus lengths and then stitch them all together. Turns out Phase 1 does that automatically. And then the last thing that I think is pretty awesome is for anybody who uses ND filters on a regular basis. I know I used to do it all the time when I did landscape photography. Phase 1 does this thing called frame averaging. And basically it takes a multiple of images, all long exposure, short exposure, and it combines them all into one raw file, and it negates the need for things like ND filters. Now you guys have all heard the phrase, the best camera is the one you have on you, which I mostly agree with. If you're out and about and you didn't bring your SLR, your phone will do. If something about Canon cameras gets you excited and makes you feel creative, that will probably be the best camera for you.
Because this was a new system for me, I wasn't as comfortable as I normally am, just like if you were to get into a new car. So I didn't get as many pictures as I wanted.
Likely, after using it for 7 or 8 more times, it would become much more comfortable and be able to create the images that I really enjoy creating. That said, when taking a look at the actual image quality of these images, I could tell that they are just absolutely insane. But in this current world of technology, I would say that any camera manufacturer has made unbelievably capable cameras, from APS-C size sensors all the way up to your medium format digitals. And don't let anybody tell you that you're wrong for enjoying whatever camera that you have. If you're feeling stuck in your photography and want me to critique a few of your photos, I'm doing live critiques on Patreon once a month, so sign up with that at the link below. Or if you're looking to start your boudoir photography business, increase your sales, or just meet and shoot a lot of models, I've got courses for those also linked below. So get out there and create some images. Can't wait to see what you make, and I'll see you next week.